How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to another Humanity First video and a Yang video. And actually, because that's kind of what we do here, right? You know what I'm saying? So there's been a little bit of something brought to my attention, and there's been a little bit of debate on who gets the most Trump votes. As you know, people only voted for Trump just to throw a wrench into the establishment, right? To let them know that they're not really the ones in charge. And, as of October 24th, there's been an article that claims that Andrew Yang's claims of support among Trump voters rates pants on fire. They're trying to say that he doesn't pull people from the other side. I myself used to be a former right-leaning person, and now I'm not because of Andrew Yang. So, but what it's worth, Andrew Yang decided saying, "I'm one of the only two candidates in the field with 10% or more of Donald Trump's voters say they would support in the general election." At the time, he was right. It was him and Bernie Sanders. Now, since the Hillary Clinton stuff, Tulsi Gabbard's been thrust to the forefold of the conversation about this. But let's go ahead and read what this person has to say. Democratic presidential candidate and entrepreneur Andrew Yang has regularly touted his cross-partisan appeal that he usually cites a particular data point to make the case. "I'm one of the only two candidates in the field with 10% or more of Donald Trump's voters say what they would support in the general election." Okay, a reader asked us to check whether this is true. Okay, I'm sure a reader asked. So we took a closer look. I'm sure a reader asked. Y'all just didn't want to. Okay, all right. There's definitely no smearing going on. When we checked with Yang's campaign, they pointed to a survey by economists on YouGov conducted July 21st through 23rd. The survey asked voters whether they plan to vote in a Democratic primary caucus, and they said yes. They asked who they would vote for. Before we continue, I just want to say that YouGov has actually made an update to this, and we will show that on screen here soon to debunk this person. But out of the 1,500 total adult respondents, 460 said that they were planning to vote in a Democratic primary caucus. Separately, poll respondents had been asked who they voted for in 2016, Trump or Hillary Clinton. Of those 460, 41 said they had voted for Trump in 2016. So of those 41 voters, 10% said they would support Yang, ranking him second to Bernie Sanders at 14%. Other candidates close to double digits were Pete Buttigieg, 9%, Hugh Lynn Castro, 8%, 12% were, weren't sure. So take Pete Buttigieg off and Hugh Lynn Castro off, because they're not even they're not pulling nobody from Trump anymore. That's for sure. So his tracks with Yang said that. But coming from the guy who says he wants to make America think harder, Yang needs a course in how polling works. This is what this person says. What's this person's name? Louis Thompson. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll wait for our show the graphic. Just give me a second. Economist YouGov polls since July. The Economist YouGov poll has asked the same question every week since July 23rd. Survey Yang cited the later polls squash any notion that Yang has high supporters among Trump voters. Here's a rundown of every economist. Then they go on, and they're trying to go on and say that that it's actually Biden and Sanders and Pete Buttigieg and Warren who all take the lead in that, and not Yang at all. And this wasn't that long ago. This was a couple weeks ago. So whoever did this article is just completely wrong. Anyways, their ruling is Yang said, "I'm one of the only two candidates that field 10% more Donald Trump votes, so they would vote for a general election." The claim that comes from a poll in July that sampled from 41 Trump voters who said they plan to vote in the Democratic primary. The question has been asked the same pollsters weekly since July, and the results have never been replicated. Okay. So, the thing is, what do I have to say about that? Well, let's look at this. Who are the top three? Who? Representative Tulsi Gabbard, for reasons that I said before, because of Hillary Clinton, and she's anti-war, and guess what? The right-leaning thing is anti-war, because a lot of people who voted for Trump was anti-war and were not completely out yet, even though he's significantly reduced more than Obama did to a certain extent. Even though Obama did a lot towards the end, but not really enough. Trump has done less, he's reduced, but not completely, and people wanted completely out of these wars. We're still over there like, oh, these oil fields need to be protected from whoever. Like, who gives a fuck? Get out. Too much money's been wasted, too many lives been killed, and so on and so forth. That's Representative Gabbard's position, and a lot of people agree with that, right? So that's the reason why she's pulling a lot of people away. Bernie Sanders, a lot of people were Bernie Sanders supporters anyways, but whenever he supported corrupt Hillary and didn't fight for a recount or for an investigation into the election, that's what happened with him. And so there's some people who still go back and forth to Bernie Sanders because, you know, they were former Sanders voters and voted for Trump for the wrench into the system, right? And then you have Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang is consistently pulling Trump voters away, consistently. I like to think that my edginess nature of my channel kind of contributes to that a little bit. I like to hope, I like to think, but he is a very cross-platform type of person. I'm sorry if you hear sirens out there. I guess there's sirens going. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, he is somebody who definitely pulls people across the aisle. Because he has common sense solutions to a lot of the common sense problems. And so you see, this is why I show, you know, stuff like that and try to expose some of these articles and some of these misleading, these pundits and these journalists, you know what I mean? Because they obviously pick sides. There's no real journalism out there anymore. It's very few and far between. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys and actually show you, now, polls are just polls, and polls are so unreliable, you know what I mean? But if you're going to do polls, at least do some objective polls and don't automatically start skewing them or just leaving people off or just trying to completely erase people, you know what I mean? Because that was late October. That was not that long ago, you know what I mean? So it's pretty sad. And it needs to be shown that a lot of people maybe have just seen that and just thought that Yang was full of crap, you know, as a blatant smear. You know what I mean? What are you going to do about that? You know, there's people out here like us. If he didn't have the Yang Gang, you know what I mean? It'd be bad, guys. I mean, people would just smear him left and right. The establishment would smear him left and right. So we got to stand up for this kind of stuff. You know, you got to share videos like this. Not necessarily mine, but if you find videos like this, go out there, share it, like it, and support this guy. At least showing other people that, you know, there are misleading things out there, and to not be swayed by that, and then help correct people. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I just wanted to touch base and ask you guys, would you guys be cool if I uploaded more than one video a day? Let me know in the comment sections down below, and I hope you like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later.